Hi, this is my third vlog. Just giving you an update of where I'm at. I finally finished reading A Clash of Kings. For some reason, every single time I read that, it takes me a lot longer to get through it than any of the other books. And I think that's just because I know there's good stuff at the end, but you have to get through a lot of the stuff at the beginning. It takes forever. But now I'm reading the third one, which is even larger than the second one, so that's going to take me even longer. But this one's much more interesting, I think. It has a lot more game-changing stuff in it, so I'll be done with it sometime in the near future. I don't know. What I did is I did read another book. I read Disenchanted and Company by Lynn Veal in between reading Clash of Kings and A Storm of Swords, because these books are just huge, and I was a little fatigued, I think, after reading the second one, because I was reading the same style, the same material for so long that I needed something much lighter. And yeah, I read that in about, I read it in about 8 hours, and it was a nice break, and I was refreshed for the third one. And so now I'm back into it. I find that I have to do that on occasion. I find it's okay to stop in the middle of a series and take a break. Usually, though, it depends on what series it is. If it's a romance series that you're reading, usually I'll try to pick up something a little heavier, and then I'll go back to the romance. But if it's a really heavy series, I'll go get a romance book. It's kind of, the opposite. Usually, because the romance ones usually are on their own. You usually can just read one and you'll be fine. But yeah, so I've been watching the Game of Thrones series, and for the past 3 seasons, like, okay, I know it's gonna happen. I'm looking forward to this. And even some of the stuff in this season I've been looking forward to because it's been so awesome. But recently, in these last 2 episodes, they've been showing stuff that is getting ahead of where the books actually are, or they're changing some major things. So there was like a whole episode of us going, we don't know what's going on. We've read the books, but we don't know what's going on. And so that was interesting. I like that. I really do like the changes they're making for the most part. It also giving us new material. It's not boring. I'm not sitting there going, okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. Sometimes it happened in the Harry Potter movies, and it was a movie, so obviously, they're going to get the major points in there condensed. But I made the mistake of reading the 5th Harry Potter book before the 5th movie, right before the 5th movie came out, and I was so bored the entire time. Not because it was a bad movie, but just because I knew everything that was going to happen. I think also the good thing that the fact that these books are so huge, the series has a lot of material to grab from, but it can also add and switch a few things around, which have made it much better. But yeah, in other news, I am done with my master's degree. Grades won't officially come out for another couple weeks. I don't graduate until near the end of May, but I don't have any class anymore, so I'm like, I'm done! Woo! I will be graduating with my master's in business administration, so that'll be exciting. And then near the end of June, I'll be getting married and then going to Disney World for my honeymoon, so I'm really excited about that. Wedding planning is fun. I think I talked about that quite a bit in my previous vlog. I think maybe after the wedding, after the honeymoon, I'll probably do a vlog about what went right and what didn't go right. Hopefully, most of it goes right, because I don't want to have to deal with anything not going right. I'm not a bridezilla, I don't think. I am fairly chill about the different things that are in a wedding. If it kind of sort of matches, it's like, it's fine. I have these little favors that they're like purple, and they're not even like the colors of the wedding, but they're so cute. I was just like, they'll work. I don't care. They'll work. And we just bought pastel M&Ms for the favors, because our colors are like blush pink and ivory and like a clover green. And we thought, hey, that works. and they're way cheaper than trying to get anything else. Because favors, oh my gosh, that's the biggest thing. One of the biggest wedding expenses, hidden expenses, I think, is the wedding favors, because we were expecting about 100 people to the wedding, and if you have 100 people, you know, say if you get a favor, it's like, oh, it's a $5 favor. That's $500 you're spending on your guests. That's a lot of money. It can be. It can add up a lot. You know, because I've seen wedding blogs where like, oh, we gave everybody flip-flops, or somebody's like, we're going to give them pashmina shawls, thinking, you must be very, very rich, because that's a lot of money. And so you really have to be careful about what your favors are. I have been to weddings where they didn't give out favors. I don't know. That's your decision, but I feel like from those weddings, I don't have anything. You know, it'd be nice to have a little memento from the day, or just to remember, like, oh, you know, they're giving us something to take home. We're gonna actually have 2 different things. Originally, it was just gonna be a little favor box with the M&Ms in it, but my mom saw this really cool idea on a blog. She called me and asked me. She has tons of ideas about the wedding, which, you know, and I'm so super chill about it. I'm like, oh, that sounds cool. If you can do that, go ahead. She found this idea for antique keys, using them to blow bubbles through, and she asked me about it, and I was like, oh yeah, that'd be good, but I don't know that you'd be able to find that many keys for you know, for not that much money. Well, that's where Etsy comes in. She found a ton of them for like super cheap, because they aren't like actual antique keys. They're like designed to look like that. And she's been tying ribbon on them, different colors, and we're gonna have like little souffle cups with bubble solution in them. But that way they'll be able to take a key home with them, and they can eat some M&Ms. So that's really cute, and that's what I like. But yeah, and so then also after the honeymoon, I'll probably talk about Disney World. Again, what we probably should have done or shouldn't have done or whatever, because I don't know what we're gonna do when we get there. We know we are gonna try to make a reservation, at least at Ohana's, ahead of time. And I know you really should make reservations for at least for dinner way ahead of time, but the problem is we don't really want to be tied down to where we're going to go eat. There aren't too many. Ohana's is like the only real place that my fiance really, really wants to go, because he's been there before and he's super excited to go eat there again. And I said, okay, well, we can make a reservation there because it's a really popular place. But other than that, for dinner, if we have to like wait for half an hour or an hour to get in some place that isn't as desirable as some of the other places, that's fine. You know, as long as I get fed, I'll be fine. And then the rest of the time, I'll probably just get like the counter service meals, or I'll get like a pretzel or something. But yeah, hopefully in that video that I do, I don't look like a lobster. I am super white. We're going to be using lots and lots of sunscreen because I burn like none other. He's lucky. He doesn't burn that much. I do. So I'll give him the spray sunscreen, like, spray me for like half hour so I don't burn up like a crisp. But yeah, so I guess that's what's going on in my life. It's kind of exciting stuff. Wedding hasn't happened yet, but I'm really looking forward to it. I'm kind of in that sort of a limbo because I've gotten a lot of stuff done, and I don't have, I have stuff to do, but I can't do it until like right before the wedding. So I'm just sitting here going, I don't know what to do. Oh, but yeah, but maybe that'll allow me to review some more stuff. So yeah, that's going on in my life. I hope you found this interesting. If you find my life interesting at all, or if you find my reviews interesting at all, go ahead and like them or subscribe, just so you know when things are coming out. I don't have an actual review schedule because I sometimes don't feel like reading. I think that's the big problem with a reading blog. If you don't feel like reading, you can't read the book. I need to be a little bit more diligent about that. Alright, well, I will see you guys later. Bye.